Okay, this video is specifically for that bride or bride to be that is learning the ropes. And I say this because I am that bride to be and going through the experience of planning a wedding. So if you want to stay with me, here are some tips and tricks that I've learned from experiences just from my own learning experience. I am not a planner. I've tried, and it's one of those experiences that, you can get a planner and you can do all the things in the world to plan, and you can do what I did, get a planner and not use it. But one of the things I have learned is that if you thumb through your planner, it does happen to be very effective. So what I decided to do to incentivize me is put stickers on it to remind myself that I need to use my planner. This is a daily planner for 2 years. My wedding is in 2027. Now that seems like far, but when you think of the cost of a wedding, it is not far. It's a year from now. You think deposits, you think wedding invitations, especially because most of my family's out of the area and out of state. I have to plan a year ahead. So that's just something I wanted to let you know. Incentivize yourself, motivation, get plenty of rest, drink lots of water, take care of yourself. That's one very important thing. Get adequate sleep. Don't overwhelm yourself. Now, a lot of people don't have somebody like this, but I do. I have a friend that's a wedding planner who's really doing me a huge favor. She did the balloon arch for me, and I brought it home from a party we had over the weekend. So look at the balloons. And those are our colors, blue, silver, and white. And you can also see the star that's there. So I put it on top of over my bed. You don't have to do this, but a lot of bachelorette parties have these. But I put it on top of my bridal display, and I'm getting it here. But at, oh, well, it fell. It says, it's a bridal sash, and it says the bride. Now, I studied and researched videos on YouTube and on TikTok and other video streamers, and they all say the same thing: where to get flowers. Now, if you can't afford a florist, Temu has flowers, and you can do a lot with them with floral tape and ribbon. If you're a DIYer, if you're not, you learn by doing demonstrations, and they have shorts. You can learn really cute tricks. Now, I just got this set, and it comes in 2 stems, and this would be a great bouquet for brides or bridesmaids. This is just an indication of one of those things. But first and foremost, before I get to the most important part, centerpieces. Now, this was just something we did as a demonstration of a centerpiece. It's a small centerpiece. It's not the actual centerpiece, but it was a DIY project that we did at the party, how to make a centerpiece. And the reason why we did a DIY is because the whole purpose of it was because that's how I met my fiance, is in a DIY project. So that was kind of going along with the theme. So it's a bridal DIY. Creative rock stones. They are craft stones with greenery and the bridal ribbon in a mason jar. So you can do different things. I had favors, of course, for the bridesmaids, and of course gifts for them as well. Now this is all small budget items that I got, and I searched and I looked for ways to, reward my bridesmaids, to help them, with their outfits and things like that. So these are just tips and tricks. But the most important thing I got on Amazon is the Little Book of Wedding Checklists. Now, I went through it and I thought, there's no way I could do all this. Well, as I scrolled through it, it started to make sense. And the more I get referred to it, the more I start to realize how critically important this book is. Now, invitations, believe it or not, I didn't know this myself, but I went to the library and they have templates online, and you can do your invitations literally on a template at the library. So for those people who are stuck like me, I didn't know how to do all this, but if you're stuck in these ruts, in these areas where you're like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Or even planning a wedding altogether, you can have a small ceremony, candlelight ceremony, make it intimate and affordable, and have cake and ice cream afterwards, and just get up and go and get a just married sticker on the back of your windshield and just call it a day. Especially if you have children. I just think practical, because there are a lot of people in second marriages, third. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in. And they don't want to have an elaborate reception. You can call it an evening under the stars for you and your future spouse. However you decide to do that, a reception is a costly expense. By the time I went to find out how much it would cost to rent a space and the actual guest list, it didn't make sense to do all this. So I have alternate ideas. So it's for you to decide what your alternate decision is on the reception. But my overall decision to have this intimate bridal, ceremony, that is that it's easier, it's more affordable, and the amount of florals involved, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to avoid so many things, but I'm going to be able to cut costs. To be on a budget, which that's a biggie here, would be much more wiser in the long run. These are just some things that I've learned on that learning curve that I'm on. If you're really looking for an affordable way to do things, check out YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos on how to do a DIY wedding. There are ways to do it. You can still have a reception if you decide to do that, but some people opt just to have a small reception in a church hall. There are ways to do it without having to break the bank. Thanks for watching my video. I hope I helped. And by the way, I have to do another cameo video. Thanks to the person that is my wedding planner, who did the beautiful balloon arch that I love. So, I mean, it's just fantastic. And I had to bring it home. It was just so worth it. But it is a long trail of balloons. And I had to show you what great work she did. Thanks for watching.